Entrepreneur Brett Whitford has launched Australia's first startup school, Excel Inc., to service the growth of entrepreneurialism in the startup space. And he joins us now. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Hi, Rich.
So how important is it that younger people who have a great idea get this help to push their business forward?
Well, you just don't know where to go. Like, I left school halfway through 11, didn't know what I wanted to do, joined the Air Force. Then at 21, I was out there maxing out my credit cards and making loads and loads of mistakes on the way to setting up my first company.
So what would those common mistakes be, do you think, that people are making and that you're helping people to avoid through excelling?
Well, the real risks are around probably giving away too much of your business too early on. Also, the mistakes just around structure, you know, whether you set it up as a private public company to attract the crowdfunding or whether you get the mentoring that you need. So we've got designers, patent attorneys. I mean, that's another big risk. So the environment we created at Accelerator Incubator and the Startup School is one where you can test your idea. You can start from very little, you know, just basically a pitch, and then take it all the way to get in front of angel investors in 6 months with your logo and everything.
So run us through how someone can get involved in this, and if they have an idea, what they do about it.
Yeah, Richard, we've had some really exciting pitch days in Sydney and Melbourne so far, and we're still looking for more. So we're going to narrow it down to 100 ideas in Sydney, 100 ideas in Melbourne. So you come along, you might want to be part of a startup. See, we're really trying to develop a startup culture. I mean, that's what the TV show is all about, saying that's a valid choice. You know, I'm a kid, I want to leave school. Instead of going straight to uni, I can go and take a year and do startup school. And even a failure is a good thing. I mean, the new talk from the Prime Minister, which is just fantastic at the moment, the vibe is fantastic in Australia at the moment. And the talk from the Prime Minister about, you know, saying failure is good, we should embrace failure and not punish failure. So you know, not all the people will succeed and not all ideas will get funded. We're going to be giving 1 in $20,000, but also the show will have the reality TV crowdfunding platform. So instead of like dialing in to vote for your favourite pop star, you can actually go online and invest in your favourite company and contribute to the startup.
Well, that's audience participation, isn't it? Now, do tell us, how many people have been turning up to these pitch sessions, and how do you identify potential?
Well, that's not always easy. The most intriguing candidate we had recently was someone who left school at 14. She's now almost 17 and about to complete 2 degrees, and her idea was using the plastic in the oceans, actually recycling the plastic in the oceans to make beach lockers. So these gorgeous hexagon-style beach lockers at the beaches around Australia that are artistically designed. And this is her passion idea. And all the money that she's going to be gaining from the business is going to go back and fund surf lifesaving. So it's a really sort of social entrepreneurship. So we're having incredibly interesting ideas like that. We've got some really interesting food-to-food peer group pitches. So basically the people with their, Nuna up the hill wants to cook pasta, and someone a few doors down wants to bypass, they're lazy like me and don't cook, they can be put in touch with each other. And you think straight away, there's food safety regulations, there's problems with that, there's all these laws. Then you look at the tax industry, massive laws. You look at Airbnb, massive laws, in hotels and fire rules and things. So, I mean, the world is getting around regulation and becoming much more entrepreneurial.
And also it makes it fun. You mentioned the TV show aspect of it, so that it's not just a school for people, but you're actually sort of showing entrepreneurialism by having a television show based. It's like an X Factor sort of thing.
Well, the pitch days are really like that. They feel like that X Factor. You come along, you give your pitch. But the show itself will be, there's been a couple of these in America, and they're really rah-rah type things. And we don't really want to be like The Apprentice. We want people to work on real ideas. So it'll be more of a fly-on-the-wall documentary about how these teams progress. And then people will be able to look at those teams and check their potential and, like I said, invest in them. So they actually become part of the show. So look, for me, it's a privilege to be in this position to be able to do it, because over the years, I've made so many errors, and to find that young enthusiasm and to say to them it's okay to give something a go and fail is really quite an honour. So I'm really blessed.
Now, you've mentioned, over the years you've made errors, but you do have 3 companies that have been listed on the Australian Stock Exchange. You are an adjunct professor with University of Technology in Sydney. Have those failures in some respects been the making of you as well? Yeah,
well, I mean, for me, the success was developing the idea and bringing it to market. The thing that I found hard, is, like most entrepreneurs, is to work with those non-executive directors who don't often share the vision. And I think some of my companies, after they've listed and I've lost control control of them have really suffered from our bureaucratic non-executive directors. So we really want to see, exciting directors. So we've brought in mentors that have had hands-on experience in startups rather than that sort of old school, director for life, boys network. We're really encouraging, women to come back into the workforce because there's such a gap in gender pay. Why not come in and create your own job? So if you've got a few kids at home, you can actually work better and more flexibly. So we've actually had some mums coming back to the workforce pitching ideas, which have been great.
So really the message is the world is anyone's oyster. And we saw the story with Atlassian that
Yes.
you can go from a small startup to big things if you just, push through with your ideas.
Absolutely, and those guys, once again, like me, maxed out their credit cards and now they're billionaires. We're looking for unicorns. This is the terminology. We're looking for unicorns to come along out of the blue and be $1 billion company.
But I do note that you pinpointed women and mums coming back into the workforce. It's interesting because I have followed a few stories of women who, through the virtue of becoming mums, have actually created business ideas around that. So there's potential everywhere, isn't there?
Totally, and there's all these friction points, and so when you're feeling friction, you're rubbing up against something that's hard, your idea can turn that around and make it easy. And the good thing is, for the people coming back, not only do they get recognition for their startup, but they can actually get formal qualifications. We're partnering with universities, so if you've got a degree, you can get points towards a master's. If you've got no quals, you can get points towards first year of uni or a diploma. So we're trying to hedge people's bets as well.
Fantastic stuff. Thank you so much. Brett Whitford with Excel Inc. All the best with the program, and it sounds like a fantastic opportunity for people out there with great ideas.
We're super excited, so thanks for sharing.
Thank you.